Buenos dias to each and every single one of you. Damn it, I forgot my sunglasses. It's like 10:30 a.m. and I'm already exhausted from the day because there was a lot to do this morning. But now that all my errands are done, I get to do nothing for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go to Redbox, try to rent maybe 2 or 3 movies and spend the rest of the day watching them. Because why the hell not? Okay, so far I have 2 movies, and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, I forget that quickly. So far I got 2, very happy with my choices. I think the 3rd one I'm just gonna go with something that I can watch with the kids. Maybe I'll get a 4th. I'm not sure yet. That's 1 movie. That's 2 movies. That's 3. And that's 4. 4 movies. I'm gonna try to watch 2 movies before the kids come home from school, and then I'm gonna watch 1 with everyone. And then I'm gonna watch the 4th one later on tonight with a few cold beers, some snacks, most likely by myself. That's usually how it works whenever it comes to horror in this house. I got 4 movies.
Awesome sauce.
Okay, so a half an hour later, my breakfast is done. Oh, by the way, I'm having scrambled eggs, the only way I eat my eggs, 2 sausage patties, and toast. Good stuff. But in case you were wondering, which I'm sure you are, here's what I got from Redbox. I got the Lobster, which I will be watching first. I'm a huge fan of Dogtooth, so hopefully this is as good, if not better, than that. The movie that I'm going to be watching after The Lobster is Hardcore Henry. I tried really hard to watch Hardcore Henry in theaters, but it wasn't playing anywhere near me. So later on today, the kids will be home from school. We're going to have a lovely dinner, and then as a family, we can sit down and watch The Jungle Book. And last but not least, once everyone goes to bed, I'm going to sit down comfortably on my couch and watch Krampus. I actually got done arguing with my wife a few minutes ago about the pronunciation of this movie, because I'm saying it's Krampus and she's saying it's Krampus. But that's an A after the R. All right, the Lobster is in. Let's go ahead and get started.
Good morning. 44 days left. Breakfast is served.
As you understand from your brother's experience.
If you fail to fall in love with someone during your stay here, you'll turn into an animal.
Go potty, Alfred. Go potty. Okay, so I just got done watching The Lobster, and once in a while I get in a very strange mood for very strange artistic movies, and this was exactly what I needed. It is a comedy, but it is a strange comedy in a dark humor and dry humor and sarcastic humor and every single strange way possible. Okay, so in this universe, it is a literal crime to be alone. As humans, we are destined to be partnered with someone else, and if you are not, then you might as well be an animal. If you are alone, you do get to be an animal, and you get to be an animal of your choice. You get turned into an animal if you don't have a partner. It sounds strange to say that this movie is actually very truthful and extremely realistic, but it is. You sort of have to pay attention to the little tiny details, because in this movie it sort of explores who we are whenever it comes to relationships. The movie takes a few strange turns that I did not know were coming, and it just kept me interested throughout the whole entire film. If you like strange, obscure, artistic messages or films, if you like Dogtooth, for example, then definitely check this out. I personally enjoyed it. I had a great time with it. It's strangely romantic in so many different ways. Alfred, come back inside.
I love you, Henry. Let's go get your wife. Cash!
That was one hell of a ride. Oh. And now the Guerra kids are home. Okay, the movie was great, but my God, do I have a headache. I think pizza for dinner sounds about right. What do you guys think? Here's one. I'm gonna make two. Hardcore Henry was exhausting, but sort of in a good way. Oh, thanks, man. The movie is pretty much everything I thought it was going to be, and I loved it. It's just one of those films where the reason behind everything is kind of irrelevant. It's pretty much non-stop from beginning to end. From climbing buildings, climbing helicopters, jumping from one building to another, heads blowing up, eyeballs coming out, ripping someone's chest wide open, ripping your own chest wide open, body limbs flying left and right, cars exploding and cars being flipped and jumping from one car to another, using any sort of object as a weapon. I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoy action, and yes, I do enjoy violence. And this movie has all of that. The only downfall of this movie, which I know was its selling point, is the POV shots. It's a cool concept. It's just very, very difficult to watch. If you've seen the trailer for Hardcore Henry and you think you might like it, then you probably will, because that's exactly what the trailer portrays it to be. The stunts are amazing, the violence is great, the special effects are pretty damn good, and the choreography throughout the whole entire film was awesome. But now my wife, aren't you gonna come over here? But now my wife just informed me that she has to go out with my daughter, and they'll be back in like an hour or so, which means I'm just gonna hang out for a little bit, because the next movie is The Jungle Book, and we are going to watch that as a family. I'm also starving for pizza. Okay, so it's been a few hours since I recorded anything. Obviously, the wife is back, which means my daughter is also back. We had dinner, we ate pizza. It was delicious because I cooked it myself. I'm an awesome chef. I also showered, I cleaned up a little bit, and I also got to shoot a video, which hopefully you've already seen. Unless I was editing the video and realized how ridiculous it was, because it is sort of a ridiculous video. Now that we're on chill mode, we are
Watching The Jungle Book.
watching The Jungle Book. Where's everybody? Rachel, are we watching this movie in English or in Spanish?
English.
I think we should watch it in Spanish.
Let go of your fear now. And trust in me.
Noah fell asleep. Sam fell asleep. And even Alfred fell asleep. Okay, Rachel, you're the only kid that stayed up, so that means it's up to you to review the movie.
No.
What do you mean, no?
All I'm going to say that it was great.
You think it was great?
Yeah? Why?
The CGI didn't bother you at all?
What's the CGI? I like the last part whenever he was climbing the tree and...
Whoa, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Well, I just want to see my favorite part.
Another thing that really bothered me was the size of all the animals. I mean, even the mice were like 3 times bigger than they're supposed to be. What would you give the movie, Rachel, from 1 to 10?
Oh, now that, I don't know. I say 100.
100? Why do you always give movies 100?
Because I'm so good.
Thank you. Have a good night. You too. Okay, so I have one more movie left, and that's Krampus, or Krampus, however the hell you want to say it. It's kind of one of those movies that I completely forgot about, but then I saw it today at Redbox and felt the necessity, the strong necessity to watch it. Yeah, I don't really know much about it. I do know it's a horror comedy. I love horror, but I'm not a huge fan of comedy. But whenever it comes to subgenres, especially this one, I do know it's a very difficult thing to do. But I have heard really good things about this, especially from horror fans, which really got me excited for it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in, sit here quietly, and enjoy my movie. By the way, it feels like I've been talking a lot throughout this whole entire video, and if that's so, I'm sorry. It's just like a really long video of me watching movies and talking about them. Thanks for watching if you've made it this far.
He and his helpers did not come to give, but to take.
And the movie is over. Oh my god, who knew a horror movie could be so much fun? I just realized that it's really dark in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light on so you guys can see me a little bit better. Is that better? Okay, it's definitely what I expected it to be, but my god, did it deliver! Krampus is the type of Christmas film I cannot wait to introduce my kids to. They just have to get to the right age. Okay, this movie started out as a pure comedy. Everything about it just spelled out comedy. But slowly but surely it turned into a horror movie with comedy elements. From beginning to end, everything about this movie was right on point. The CGI and the practical effects of every single creature, of every monster, everything that's eerie and creepy and hilarious blends in perfectly. I mean, in all seriousness, I honestly have nothing negative to say about this movie. I loved it. But that's it, you guys. I think I'll go ahead and end the video here. I also have the living room to clean up. I am not exaggerating at all whenever I said that I had a complete blast making this video. I mean, seriously, I spent the whole entire day on the couch watching movies. How can I ever complain? But as always, thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you leave a comment down below and let me know if you've seen any of the movies I watched today and what you think of them. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you guys very much for leaving a comment and for liking. And thank you very much for subscribing. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching Guerra Movie House. Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.